And we're about to get into it. It is Ireland taking on Samoa for this one. Now let's get ready for kickoff here in the quarterfinal match number 2. It is Argentina taking on Tonga. Now as they move the ball outside, and it's blood. Houston blood opens up the scoreboard. And here they go. They'll play it on the outside. They move the ball. And on! He's gone over the line there, Corabetti. And it's a try saver there by John Bregan. And Wales goes through. Sorry, yep.
Tyler.
Quick ball out. How's that pass? Let's go, boy!
This back, and now they have.
And you look to the left-hand side once again. Santiago goes down, bumping through, and no!
Well, they were never going to catch.
Referee awards the try. It is try time.
Still alive. The captain.
Next team will play at the wide ball. Pablo meters dummies through, and chasing via Danny Matangi can't catch him, and it's try time once again. Lost Pumas. We're here for Ireland. They'll play it on the 22 now.
To do something with this ball.
And Malvin straightens up the run. He gets a good ball away. Aiden Harris right, and he kicks it through the grubber, and it's flying onto it. Jason Stringer, try time. Argentina, and they do win it here. The referee blows the whistle. Argentina will go through to the semi-finals. Jason Stringer, last kick of the night. And slots it down, straight down the middle.
It's the try, and it's 28.
And they take this one. They move it to the semi-finals there. Ireland.
There's some definite
should we keep playing?
Not in the scrums.
Should we keep playing?
That's the ball out there.
And no, the game, that wasn't me. That was the game kicking it out automatically. So that's it. Game over.
Have done it.
And the All Blacks will sail through to the semi-finals.
Absolutely elated.
Convincingly.
And will put them into the semi-finals.
And Fiji are knocked out of the running there.
Totally on top form today.
Let's go, boys.
This game in all aspects. Penalties conceded were.
Alright, kia ora, tēnā koutou, and welcome back to another video. I'm the Hotstop Kid, and if you just joined, welcome. If you've been following the series, welcome back. Glad to have you join me here as always. And as always, thank you to those over on Patreon supporting the videos. Thank you to those who have donated monthly as well, and those who have recently subscribed to the YouTube channel. So I appreciate it. Can't thank you guys enough for your support, and let's get into it. Well, once again, I don't want to talk for too long here. I mean, it's always good to sort of get away from the gameplay and the commentary and just relax for a little bit as we head into the semi-finals. So yeah, the high from the quarterfinal win against Fiji is kind of going down, and that's sort of where I want to be so that I go into the semi-finals nice and fresh. But how good was it? Fiji and the All Blacks quarterfinals, you know, best attacking team in the competition against the All Blacks, and I personally think that was one of the best games on the channel from both sides. Obviously Fiji didn't have a greater game as they've had throughout the competition, which is unfortunate, but equally or even better game there by the All Blacks. And we spoke about Will Jordan, well I spoke about Will Jordan prior to the quarterfinal match, saying how quiet he's been for the All Blacks this tournament, and he completely comes out against Fiji flying, playing really well there, scores a try, you know, good setup, gets a kick, grubber through, and TJ Perenara pounces onto the ball. So Will Jordan, excellent player, and never doubted him. I just wanted to see a bit more of him there in the World Cup, and he's showing that, you know, and he's showing why he's there on the right wing. Because remember, he started at fullback for the All Blacks, I think back in 2022, last season, and he's only just swapped to the right hand side wing this year, and so I prefer him. I prefer him to be out on the wings. But excellent. I'm glad he was able to step up and show exactly why he's in the All Black squad, why he's on their right side wing. I wasn't expecting him to be able to pull off grubbers inside 22s like that. Big surprise. and also TJ there, you know, just perfect line running. I mean, TJ Perenara hasn't started. I mean, this is his first start for the All Blacks in the World Cup. So no, it's just awesome to see him taking the opportunity the way he did. And so I think coach is happy with TJ Perenara. I don't think we're going to see Aaron Smith for the rest of the competition, which is unfortunate. Same thing with Anton Leonard-Brown. I think he's going to be out of the tournament for the rest of the time being. And I don't know, man. Hopefully, this might be the last time we get to see Aaron Smith in the All Blacks jersey this tournament, and he doesn't get to finish the World Cup. So that's a little bit, that's disappointing. That's a little bit sad, but it is what it is. We just got to continue on here in be a pro mode and take things as it comes towards us. If you haven't seen that game against Fiji, the All Blacks, make sure you go back and watch that one. Such a good game there in the quarterfinals, and one of the best games on the channel. Someone asked a couple of days ago if I'd unlock the full game videos, and I'll unlock the full games at the end of the Rugby World Cup. So as soon as we get our winner, as soon as we get our champion at the end of the final, I'll go ahead and unlock those videos for you guys for the rest of the time being. You can go back and watch it how many times you want, from beginning to end, to the finals, however you choose, and I'll go ahead and do that for you. Just give me some time to unlock the videos, because there is a certain way to go about that, so I'll do that for you guys. But just the mentality of going into that Fijian game where we wanted to start well. We talked about it prior in our last Let's Talk about how we wanted to start the game, play the game, and then finish it. And just having the players to be able to complement their mentality. Like Caleb Clark is playing out of his mind here in the World Cup. Will Jordan, quiet start and then comes out with a game like that. Geordie Barrett from the boot. I mean, I probably don't talk about Geordie as much as I should have. He's keeping us above it all. He's got the boot perfect from the kick and just really sealing it over top. And so, I just think going from that high of the win against Fiji, we sort of need to bring it back down to ground zero and start it again, because we got even a tougher team in Ireland to go up against. And I just think we just need to come back down and refresh ourselves, and then get the right mentality and not stay too high on the Fijian win. One thing that I didn't put on the agenda to talk about in this video, and I don't really want to talk about this video, but I guess I should have, because it was one of the highlights in the game against Fiji. That was my try, or should I say the missed try, the disallowed try, or the missed opportunity, however you want to call it. Obviously, I wasn't happy about that one, but we'll bring it up on the screen here. So Caleb Clark has an excellent dart there on the sideline, running down. I thought maybe I might have called for it a bit too late. It was a pretty wide ball. He had to hoof it down basically from the sideline into halfway across the field. So at that moment I thought, I should have just let him hold the ball in that moment. But it is what it is. I ended up calling for it. He passes it, perfect pass in the midfield. I'm running it, catching it on the 22, and then going down the field. Shorey on the left hand side comes across, goes for the tackle, I put on an excellent fend there, and we've seen that before in the Rugby Championship. You saw it in the try against the Wallabies. There's Suliasi Vunivalu with the fend, but we get this one. He goes down in a tackle, goes down with a missed tackle there, Shorey, and then Ituate Yonitawa, the scrum half, brilliant player, been excellent for Fiji, comes across, tackles. It was cool that we went in with the momentum here, and I've sort of explained it in the game, and it just, inches away from scoring one of the best tries I would have scored in the competition and on the channel, in fact. But it was just such a missed opportunity to have that kind of try in my pocket. And I've got a history of celebrating, if you've watched the series, especially the Rugby Challenge 4 series. I have a history, and I get myself in trouble for celebrating a little bit too early there, just before the try line. And I think I'll just see if I can find the video and pop it up for you guys. I think it was a game against the Wallabies there last season, 2022, in the Rugby Championship, and I go for the try line. I'm in the break, I'm in the open, I don't see anybody in front of me, and then out of nowhere, I can't remember who it was, but I get chopped down in a tackle, and I don't want to make that a habit where I'm celebrating a little bit too early. This one against Fiji, I think there's an exception because it looked like I scored a try. But yeah, don't want to make it a habit. I don't want to keep looking silly in the videos, but it is what it is, and we'll continue on. It wasn't on the agenda here today about this missed try, but thought I would pop it in for entertainment's sake. Moving on though, next question: which All Black delivered on the big stage? And in this one specifically with the Fijian game, I thought our forwards were playing excellent. Our lineouts were on par. Sam Cane there in the lineouts, getting our ball. Sam Whitelock. Our forwards were playing really well. And because our forwards were playing well and getting us the ball, they gave us the opportunity to move our backlines. Because if you notice, like if our forwards are having issues, then we're trying to force the ball here in the back line, and it just doesn't run as smooth as it could if our forwards got the momentum there. So a big shout out to our forwards, to Sam Cane, Adi Savia, and who else? Tupou Vai, Sam Whitelock. They worked the lineouts really well there, got the mauls going. Difference in terms of gameplay from TJ Perenara to Aaron Smith. It seems that TJ likes to play the quick ball. So I try to, when we had a line out down Fijian half inside the 22, and we went into a maul, and I'm thinking, we'll just maul it through. TJ Perenara wants to play the ball and move it out in the back line, which is awesome. It's fine. Gives us options there, whether we want to take it through to the mauling or whether he wants to play it out in the back line. So yeah, that was something I sort of picked up on when TJ Perenara was there on the field. And that leads us to, also TJ Perenara was awesome. Quinn Tupaia, Will Jordan, I know I've sort of talked, I wouldn't say I talked down about Will Jordan, but I was just expecting a little bit more in the World Cup, and he stepped up in the games that sort of mattered here in the quarterfinals. So it was awesome. He's played well in their game against Fiji, and that leads us to the other question, to the opposite side: who didn't play so well? And who didn't play so well? I can't really think of any of the All Blacks who played bad. I mean, the only penalty I remember is the one with Sam Whitelock knocking on the ball, not releasing. But in their game against Fiji, I think our discipline was excellent. I don't think we gave away too many penalties, and that helped us with the momentum a lot. So I don't remember any. I think we all played a good game. I think we all played very well. For Fiji, probably a standout player that I thought that didn't play so well was Vaitakani there in the fullback position. Just mistakes, there on the back foot. Who else? I just thought Seka Rabini was a bit quiet. Riafash Minimivalu, I thought we shut him down pretty good. So yeah, it was just one of those games for the All Blacks. We were just playing really, really well there. It's Ireland playing really well there. I mean, the first game there against Tonga, 21-7, awesome, excellent tries. And I think after that game with Ireland and Tonga, it sort of set the bar there for the rest of the World Cup. Because you watch that game back and you watch how they played, and then after that game, teams were just scoring some epic, awesome tries. It was sort of amazing to watch. and how they played. You know, Fiji came out flying against France. One of my favorite games of all time in the Rugby World Cup. That game there, Pasili Yato, and I mentioned it in the last game against Fiji, how good he was in the opening tries, and then some amazing tries throughout the Rugby World Cup this year. So it's been an awesome campaign. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. It's just been awesome. And well, looking forward and looking ahead to the semi-finals clashes there. All Blacks taking on Ireland, and I think that's going to be one of the toughest, if not the toughest game here in the Rugby World Cup for this year. And you got Argentina and Wales there as well, so it's going to be some tight matches here. I can't really pick who's going to take it, Argentina and Wales. It's going to be a close one. I can't wait for that one. And but Ireland, well, I made the prediction. I was thinking it was going to be a New Zealand and Ireland final, and I knew we were going to come across Ireland at some point, and I didn't really think that we'll see them in the semi-finals, but it is what it is. The draw is made, and well, we're just going to look forward to it and prepare ourselves here, the All Blacks, for a big clash, and it is going to be a big clash. And it sort of brings me to the idea of how the pool groups were sort of drawn, because once again, I think I spoke about it before about the Springboks, because remember, you had Pool C, and someone mentioned it in a comment section, that they called this group Pool C, it was the pool of death. And it's such a perfect description, because you know, you had such good teams in the pool group that I would have loved to be able to see the Springboks carry on through to the quarterfinals, to the semi-finals, however it goes. But you had New Zealand, Springboks, Australia, and England in the same pool. You got arguably your top 4 teams there to go on through the finals, and only 2 of them make it out. And that to me was a little bit disappointing. It was just really disappointing. To be honest, I was really disappointed to see South Africa out of the competition early. We will continue here, the All Blacks. You know, Ireland playing solid there, beating Samoa 28-10, very convincingly. Their first game there against Tonga 21-7. They wiped Japan off the field there, 33-0 against Japan. And I think their toughest game, though, Ireland, was their game against the Eagles, USA. The scoreline was 23-17. That was a close game. And so, are they beatable, the Irish? You would think so. With their scoreline, I think that gives us a little bit of a leeway here for the All Blacks to topple the Irish in this one. But it's going to be an epic clash, though, no doubt. But before I wrap up the video here, I'm just going to go over some of your guys' questions. Just start here with the Wolf Gamer. He asks, where's McKenzie? And I believe Damian McKenzie is in the extended 33-man squad. So he's not in the 23 that are playing on game day, but he is injury cover as far as I remember. So I'm pretty sure Damian McKenzie is injury cover. Wolf Gamer, who also asked, when will club rugby be back? And that's a good question as well. After we are done with the Rugby World Cup and gone through the final, I'll probably take like a week's break, or maybe a couple of weeks break away from the videos and uploads. I'll unlock all the videos for you guys to go back and watch and rewatch as many times as you like. But once I'm back from a little break, a little rest away, because I think it's important that we sort of just come away for a little bit before diving into another big competition. So Super Rugby is sort of the competition that we're going to be looking forward to at the end of the Rugby World Cup, and that'll start as soon as I get back from a little breakaway. Probably about like 2 weeks or something like that. After 2 weeks, we get into Super Rugby. And there, if you guys don't already know, I have been signed to Crusaders, Canterbury Crusaders, for the 2024 Super Rugby campaign. And also there, I have added to the campaign Saitama Wild Knights. Who else? Well, I think it's Saitama Wild Knights, and Munster has joined us as well. I put Munster in there, and I can't really remember who's in the competition, but yeah, some of those teams are there. We'll probably go to more depth about it as soon as that comes around. But a lot of my focus here is just on the Rugby World Cup at the moment. But it's a good question. Good question there, Wolf Gamer. Thank you for that. For analytics, and I think we've definitely improved here. Watch time for subscribers there. 11% of you guys have subscribed and watched back. I think that's gone up since like the last video, the last Let's Talk video. I can't remember what the percentages were, but I think we've gone up there 11%. So I appreciate you guys' support, those who have subscribed, clicking the subscribe button. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you go ahead and do that, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys for your support. There are still 88.8% of you guys who are watching the videos but not subscribed yet. So make sure you hop on board. It supports the channel a lot, and I appreciate it. South Africa closing in on New Zealand here in terms of the top nations and watching back. So you almost got like a World Cup battle in itself in viewing the channels. So we'll see come the Rugby World Cup final to see who's on top of watching back the videos and which countries. So it's always exciting. Thank you guys for your support there, both New Zealand and South Africa and the rest of the world, wherever you may be. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for being here. I appreciate the support. And if you haven't already, like, subscribed, do all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the semi-finals there. First game, All Blacks and Ireland. Going to be a big clash. And if you haven't already, you haven't signed up to Hotsports exclusive to catch all the full games. And then also I'll provide the highlights here on the YouTube channel for you guys as well. So thank you for your support. I'll see you there. All Blacks and Ireland up next in the semi-finals. See you there.